When you're thinking of starting a YouTube channel, there are a few things that are really important. Now, if you decide to do it for your business or for anything else, there are at least 5 phases to go through. But before you even get started with YouTube, we need to understand a few things and make the decision if YouTube is really the right thing. We already spoke about the YouTube positioning, if you are in the right niche and what gives you the extra edge, basically. But the next one is your whole mindset around this. There are three main elements about YouTube success, which is the gap in the market. So also your positioning. Is it monetizable if we're doing for business channels? But then the third one is really important, which is, can you be consistent? And we're talking about not just weekly uploads or anything like that. Can you do this for a very long time without seeing a return on this? Okay. And so this is really important for you, because if you don't have that mindset going in, then you might have a problem with actually achieving on YouTube. YouTube is such a grind. YouTube can be a very good tool for your business and for anything else. And like Ali Abdal says, if you consistently upload videos on YouTube for 2 years, it will change your life. And imagine that if it changes your business. So there's a few things I want to talk to you about YouTube mindset that you really need to understand. So what I just spoke about is really setting realistic expectations, like plan to work on it for 3 years without anything in return. All right. So how can you do that consistently? How can you provide value for 3 years? How can you make sure you can get videos out for 3 years? Are you going to do everything yourself? Do you need a team? Whatever it is. But I will promise you it will make a change for you. Also, you're not entitled to get views, okay? Even when I try to make a video and I put a lot of effort into it, I work months on a video and then I said, like, this video deserves to have views, but then it doesn't get views. I cannot be mad about it. That just means that there's something better out there, or I'm not delivering the right content to the audience that I'm targeting. Okay, so reality check. If others in your niche are growing faster, that means they're doing something that you haven't figured out yet. So stay grounded and keep going. Number 3, because we're talking to people that are wanting to use YouTube for their business, what are your real metrics? What are your goals here? So the only things that matter is business results, not vanity metrics. Now, YouTube subscribers and views can be really good as a motivation, but if it doesn't result into anything financial for your business or growth for your business, then maybe you're not on the right path yet. So getting consistent is also important for other reasons, such as gathering data. Expect your first dozen videos or 5 dozen videos to suck, right? You need to work hard, and the best thing to do is just to get videos done. There's no way you're going to build the perfect video. Even doesn't matter how much money you throw at it, the best team you have, you'll increase your chances of getting good videos out. But at the end of the day, you need to gather data. It's also really good to get a habit of it and just stay consistent overall. You need to figure out what is the type of content that your ideal customers would watch, not what you would watch. Okay, so again, ego away. It's all about your ideal customer. Best thing is to think about, like, what questions and problems have you seen in that you're trying to solve over and over. Make a video about it. Then, a lot of you are very scared of getting on camera. But what if I told you, and if I go back to this is something we'll discuss later, in the whole workflow, recording is only 5% of the whole production, as in importance. The idea is so much more important. The packaging, the script writing, all of this is 80% of the work. So focus on the 80% for the results. So there's a lot you can get distracted by, all the fancy tactics and things, but get to the basics first, get those right, and then move on. So don't worry about being on camera. And there's also other ways to get around that. Like, you can do interviews. You can have people interview you, ask you questions, and create content around that. Maybe start with short form content. Getting started is way more important than being perfect, because it will never be perfect. It's better to get going now than later. So get these things right, and that will set you up for long-term success. And the next step that we will do is getting into the foundation and the discovery of like, okay, what do you need to get right before we get into our strategy? So if this is interesting and you want access to this, the link is in the comments below, and make sure to watch the previous video on YouTube positioning. Thanks for listening.